lot of people earlier in my stream were asking me what my first impressions are on the Modern Warfare 2 beta from the perspective, remember, of someone that mainly plays zombies, isn't necessarily a massive sweat of MP or of Warzone or whatever. So I took my stream's advice and made the video. Well, I'm making it right now, and I'm going to do it as a live commentary. We're going to start queuing here for a match, mainly because I want to kind of give overall casual impressions as I play. I want to use that as kind of an opportunity to show off various bits and pieces as we go. This map that it's trying to load me into right now, Mercado Las Almas, is the best map in the game so far. There's 4 in the beta right now. Mercado, Farm 18, Mausoleum, and Hotel. Hotel is dreadful. It's absolutely awful. The way I would describe it is it's like a COD Ghosts map, except they're releasing it in 2022, which is a crime unto itself. I mean, I'm being a little bit hyperbolic here, but not the map for me by any means. Mercado, on the other hand, probably the best map of the game so far, so happy about that. And the map design, honestly, has surprised me. Also, just for the record, I'm using a default class here, the default Hurricane class, just because despite the fact that I'm level capped in the beta right now already, I've got about maybe 5 hours playtime, I still don't have a lot of attachments for my guns, and there's absolutely no point in me running around with a naked M4. I might as well attach things. Also, look how pretty this map is. There's just so much cool stuff everywhere, man. Like, I think it's actually in this building. Hold on. Let me just take a quick... Don't do that. Quick detour here. Look at this. It's just pretty, dude. Don't you think? So, just from that alone, I mean, look. Well, what the... Is someone shooting me through the wall, or is that... Oh! What are you doing, bro? How did he know I was there? He started trying to laser... Like, that's out of order. That is... Steps. Huh? Bro, I clearly need my Triton headset from 2009 right now, because I do not know where that man ran to. Maps I'm really pleasantly surprised by. I've really disliked a lot of the map design in recent Call of Duties, and I think that this one has just more going for it. Now, granted, that hotel map is cheeks, but there's just something about this so far that is giving me a good impression. Now, Bro, my, like, thumbstick cover came off. I'm sweating that hard. Jesus Christ. It's nearly back on. Okay, it's back on. We're sorted. Without those thumbstick covers, I swear, PS5 thumbsticks are so greasy and like, ugh. It's like they're melting in your fingers all the time. Or is that just mine? I think as soon as COD started going away from that kind of like Modern Warfare 2 era type of map design, I'm just going to let you have that gunfight, and I'm going to go this way, bro. Thank you. Oh, okay. It worked in my favor. Jesus. There's just something about the old 3-lane style that really, I understood. Maybe that's the way to put it. I really got it. Like, I understood the flow. And I think that's why I hate TDM so much. TDM is like my least favorite game mode out of everything, potentially. Although... that new prisoner game mode is rough. That thing needs a little bit of work, because right now it just doesn't really make sense to me. I've also noticed that everyone is rocking an MP5, and the MP5 is not even unlockable. I don't know how they're doing that right now. I did hear earlier in my stream there was like a glitch where someone got a pistol that's not meant to be in the game yet or something, and they said that it was awful. There's a moth in my room. Nice. I think in terms of movement, I got a little bit left behind in Modern Warfare 2019 because of the fact that everyone was sliding and then slide canceling, and it was just too much for my poor, scuffless fingers to catch up with. Like, I play with a pretty standard default red PS5 controller, but it's got those, like, Amazon $10, not even that, thumbstick covers on it. And that's like, my setup. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing special to it. I've got no kind of behind-the-scenes secret sauce, nothing like that. I've just got to try and kill the guy that's here. Oh my god, I can't aim. So the fact that the gameplay is maybe technically slightly slower because of the lack of constant sliding and slide canceling and etc. is definitely a good thing for me. Nice. Actually, I'm just going to try and cancel this a little bit. Oh, there's another guy. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll go back there in a sec. I hear steps though. Oh, that's my teammate's steps. Fun. You earn streaks in this as well. You get a perk package, which sounds like a euphemism, but I promise it's not. And you can customize what's in your perk package, but it basically forces you through a progression where you start with 2 perks and then you end up earning more, max of 2 more, I think, throughout your time in a given match. I guess it's kind of cool to sort of level up in that way. It feels very much like a change that they made for the sake of making a change rather than like, oh, this is the way all CODs should be from now on. Also, I'm so totally grabbing the MP5. I'm coming, little stinky. Okay. Okay. I guess first kill with it. It's all right. Oh, last stand. That's another thing that's in the game. Perk packages, a change just for the sake of making a change. Last stand, a change for the sake of angering everyone that ever encounters that. I don't even know what it is. Field upgrade, perk, tombstone, soda. I don't know why it's in the game. Everyone's going to complain, obviously, because why wouldn't you? I think it basically comes down to, if you out of principle would not put Last Stand on, like you wouldn't be caught dead doing it, you'd get roasted in the group chat, then you're going to be sad that it's in the game. And I think that's the majority of vocal people on Twitter and like vocal people that watch a lot of YouTube content and stuff. Oh my God, we got a hotel. Oh my God, pray for me. I'm going to use this class because why the hell not? But seriously, I apologize in advance. So there are things in the game that people won't like. Last Stand is one of them. The perk package thing, a change for no reason. This map, complete waste of everyone's time. I think where this game potentially is going to, oh my God, come into its own is, don't throw something. Knew it. Where the game's going to come into its own is the DMZ, which is basically Tarkov, and raids, which I'm so intrigued by because as they've currently described them, raids sound like Easter eggs. It's a 2-hour-long experience with puzzles, and you gotta solve codes and... Jesus Christ, what's going on there? Hello. Codes and stuff. Hold on, give me... I'm not ready for a gunfight. Is he just gonna sit? Nope, he challenged. Fair play, good on him. So we're not getting zombies this year, but we are UAV, but we are getting the raids, which might mean I can make no-nonsense guides, which would be really nice, something else to look forward to, and just, honestly, something where I don't necessarily have to constantly be shooting other players. Like, there's something about doing that I really dislike, like actively dislike it. And I think what it kind of comes down to is the fact that I just don't care to like sweat really hard. Like, I don't want to do all that work. I don't care about being the best. You can be the best. That's fine. Like, I'm cool with that. I want to be better than whatever zombie I'm shooting, and that's it. And zombies are brain-dead idiots, so that's not hard and doesn't require a massive amount of mental effort, whereas I feel like it's so hard. That's a teammate. The visibility of teammates versus enemies is not so good in this, because they got rid of red names. Like, why do they do that? But the idea of sitting back and just playing and relaxing and chilling in COD multiplayer is like alien to me. Like, how are you going to do that? The good thing about zombies is you can do it fully brainlessly. Like, I remember when I was doing years and years ago, world record attempt on Ascension, trying to be Yoti Slayer's time. Rest in peace, big Yoti. But what the hell was that? Did I just give birth? And it got to a point where I just like fully mentally tuned out. Like fully mentally tuned out. I was not looking at my screen half the time. I was killing the zombies out of pure muscle memory so automatically from pretty much sound alone that I could almost entirely think about something else. It was just occupying enough of my brain to kind of tickle my consciousness. Does that make any sense? What the hell was that? Don't be doing that. That's rude. I don't think that exists in multiplayer. It hasn't for a long time, and it makes me sad. I was going into this beta thinking, you know what? Something I'm really excited for is not trying to like absolutely win every single match that we pull. What the? Only 25? Excuse me. I just killed a rat. What? That's another thing. They said in that stream, those lying sons of... they said, we've attached the gun to your hands. And we've attached your Bruh. Ayo. We've attached your hands to your body, and your body's attached to your head. It's reverse kinematics. It's really impressive, I promise. And the point of them saying that was that your bullets would always come straight out of your gun, right? There'd be no bullets going in weird, wonky directions, none of that. Your gun would fire the bullets like that. The reality of the situation, why did I just get 100 points? What did I do? Like, is the game agreeing with me here? Please die. Thank you. The reality of the situation is what's just happened to me. Like, die, you... No. What's just happened... No. Am I going to be able to finish my sentence? What's just happened to me, where someone jumps around a corner, their model is facing one way, and the bullets are literally coming out of them sideways. Like, it's just a lie what they were saying. Or they explained it fully wrong. But the reason I'm getting up in arms about this is because they led with this as a talking point at COD Next. Like, what were they doing? I don't really care if the bullets come out of the gun sideways. Like, I personally don't give a damn. There's so many other things in life you could get stressed over. There's no need for it to be that, right? Like, it's fine. But it's when they use it as this lead marketing point. And COD Next also was just this weird event in general. It just, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it was smartly organized. Like, through that entire stream, the whole time I was thinking, where is show don't tell? What's happened to show don't tell? They did so much telling. They did so much talking about things. They did so much being like, I'm really excited for this. And like, these are the words that the marketing agency want me to say because they're all buzzwords that hypothetically, the sort of stereotypical player that doesn't actually exist, we've just imagined them for the sake of the marketing campaign, would be interested in. Sit down, that's a double, that could have been a triple, but I was too much of a scaredy cat. And I'm not just hating on them here, I thought that the individual people did well. I think that it was whoever devised the presentation did it in the wrong way and misunderstood what the COD fans that were watching it would have been looking for. I ended up tuning out of the stream and just watching Noah, and I think he's called Breadman, because Breadman was frying at one point and it was really impressive. Are they there? Hello? Don Corleone's come to buy his oranges. But I digress. We can talk more about COD Next in another video. I think this menu's a bit weird. Like, it's just a little bit confusing. The whole sort of start menu thing here, it looks like a mobile game to me. Maybe I'll get used to it over time, but it's very different to the kind of Cold War system that we had, and Vanguard, actually. Is there a sentry gun there? Do my eyes deceive me? What is... It's a cactus. Huh? Sometimes I just don't know what's going on. And that's the thing. I'm trying to record this commentary right now, right? I thought it would just be reasonably laid back, but instead, I'm thrown into a game where we're getting triple capped. I have to sweat. I have to focus up and sweat. I don't want to do that. I want to be mindless and just hold some zombies around. Nice, dude. I think one thing that this game really does have going for it is just the fact that there aren't really a lot of competitors right now that are putting out this kind of game. Like, this game has kind of got it all. Like, think about it. Battlefield doesn't have any competitive response to this game. Literally zero. None. Nothing. There's nothing they can do. I'm sure that they're working on updates for that game. The other sort of BRs, of course, yeah, they can compete with Warzone potentially, and especially seeing as Warzone 2 is apparently not the best thing in the world, maybe there'll be room for them to sort of eat into Warzone's market share there a little bit. Melons. But a really comprehensive multiplayer shooter that has all the sort of TDMs and dominations and blah, 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 in combination with a game that has Tarkov in it, but it's not just Tarkov, like it's got everything, that's a pretty big deal. Chasing an enemy is never a good idea. It's literally never a good idea. It's never a good idea, bro. It's never a good idea. So I think COD will benefit a lot from the incompetence of other game studios this year. And then next year, it's kind of a mystery in some ways. Is that going to go out of the map? Okay, no, I'm good. Oh, it's over. It's kind of hard doing these commentaries live, man. Then you get a kill cam like this and you sort of wonder why you're even bothering doing it. I mean, fair play, he's got a sniper and it's got a massive ass scope, so I guess that's what you got to use it for. That's also something that I'm really curious about. I haven't made a video like this since the days where you had to go like 30-2 and that was an impressive gameplay and that's what people were watching for. I don't know if anyone gives a damn anymore because skill-based matchmaking has just removed that. Like, obviously people still pub stomp, but most of the time you just have to either completely sweat or like face the fact that you're going to have like a 1.1 KD. Will this game have enough in it to satisfy people that didn't really like Modern Warfare 2019? I don't think so. I think if you didn't like Modern Warfare 2019, you're probably not going to find stuff in here that holds your interest or that changes your mind about the game necessarily. It's basically Modern Warfare 2019 on potentially, but not always, slightly tighter maps with potentially more saturation. However, the whole thing that people I think got quite mad about in Modern Warfare 2019 of how you're not really incentivized to move. Like, there's not really any reason to actually be a rusher and to push and stuff in this game. It's not really there, or at least I haven't run into that. Like, if I wanted to, could literally do the old school kind of classic strat of just being like, this is my house now. No one comes into my house. There aren't red dots when you shoot your weapon. That means that you can just camp more easily. Like, that guy is a perfect example. He's sitting there and basically doing nothing else. He's decided that those are his beers and he's going to drink them. Oh, I guess maybe he is leaving. I don't know. But there is a lot of that in the game already. And if that's something that really infuriates you, you're going to run into it a lot in this game. So be prepared for it. Oh, hello, hello, hello. What? Is that guy reverse boosting? What's going on here? Did we just catch him in the act? His name would suggest that maybe he's just having a bad time in life. Overall, I'd say my first impressions of the game are very positive. I think, as I just get rid of this cap here, there's absolutely improvements that they can make, but it's day one of the beta, and I think we need to keep that in mind as we go forward with this. I'm not expecting this to be perfect day one, but this is in a really decent place. And seeing as there's what, like a month before launch still, I think that there's a lot that they can still iterate on and improve on before we get the final finished product. It's not something I think I'm going to be playing a massive, massive amount necessarily, because multiplayer just inherently isn't that interesting to me on a long-term basis. I don't like camo grinds, for example, so that's less attractive to me. But I could imagine myself jumping on to play with my mates if my mates are playing. Like, I could imagine that being something that I would enjoy doing. And I'm going to be experimenting, like I said, with different content this year. This is an experiment. I don't know how this is going to go. So let me know if you enjoyed this or if there's any other kind of content styles that you'd like me to try out, or just in general, any feedback that you have would be great, because this is a new style of thing for me, and so I'm not going to be perfect at it. I value your feedback. See you next time.